man? This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Just give you guys a quick update on a few heavyweight fighters. 2 days ago, Nathan Gorman improved to 10-0. He beat Antonio Suyosa. I've never heard of the guy, and I couldn't find any footage of the fight, but he improved to 10-0. And pretty much he's just in preparation for his showdown for the English heavyweight title out there in the UK. And he'll be taking on 11-0 Nick Webb. I believe they're set to fight October 21st. So that's going to be a good fight between two undefeated prospects on the way up. Also, I've seen Alexander Povetkin. You guys knew about this already a few weeks ago, that he was going to get back into the rankings of the IBF. And we're waiting to see what the WBO and WBA is going to do. Last I heard, they were going to put him in their new rankings. But as of right now, the IBF actually inserted him number 13 in their rankings. So he is rated number 13 by the IBF. And as of right now, today, that is the only sanctioned body ranking system that he is in. So it looks as if, he's going to probably take another, I'm sure a sanctioned fight by the IBF and try to move up the rankings. But I guess we'll see what's going to happen. Also, I see Amir Mansour crack the top 15 of the WBO. I was looking at some fights there for him. I see Andrew Ruiz Jr. is rated number 4 by the WBO. Dominic Brazil rated number 7 by the WBO. I love to see them in a rematch. I still think there's unfinished business there. I know a lot of fans think, hey, man, Mansour quit, but I thought he was getting the best of Brazil in that fight. I thought, if they were to get a rematch for that fight, I would love to see the fight. Then you got number 13, Zhili Zhang. I think that'd be a good fight. He has fought a lot of his fights over here in the U.S., so him versus Mansour, I think, would be an entertaining fight. Daniel Dubois, the undefeated prospect from the U.K., he has another fight date set. He just fought a couple weeks ago. Impressive performance, working his way up the ranks, young kid. He will be on the Saunders versus Monroe Jr. card September 16th, so he'll be back in action. Then tomorrow we got Charles Martin, former IBF title holder. He'll be fighting Michael Marone in Alexandria, Louisiana. Charles Martin is number 12 by the WBC and number 12 by the IBF. And then also on that card, you have another American undefeated prospect, Justin Jawbreaker Jones, will be fighting Carlos Sandoval on that card. Also, I seen Bryant Jennings. Now, this is BoxRec. We know sometimes BoxRec can give us inaccurate information, but according to BoxRec, they have Bryant Jennings fighting Daniel Martz on August 19th, a part of that Terrence Crawford, Julius Ndongo undisputed title fight. Props to both of those guys for getting it done, man. Going to have an undisputed champion. Also on that card, Dillian White. Now, BoxRec doesn't have White listed for no opponent as of yet. I would love to see Dillian White fight Bryant Jennings. They have a little history going back and forth, trash talking each other. But if this information if it is correct that Jennings is fighting Daniel Martz, I know you guys heard me say I want all these guys to fight other top guys, no ifs, ands, or buts. The one exception, though, is if guys been out for 2 years or 3 years or something like that. You know what I mean? So a guy like Tyson Fury, when he does decide to come back, whenever that is, I won't be too upset if he takes on a journeyman his first fight back. Artur Szpilka, he just fought a few days ago against Adam Konowski. He got stopped in that fight. And I was saying before he came back, if he were to fight a journeyman, that would be okay with me as a fan because he's been out for so long, suffered a devastating knockout loss. But he, props to Artur Szpilka, man, for giving Konowski a shot. You know what I mean? Not too many guys that come back from a loss like that and been out that long that will come and give a hungry prospect a shot. You know what I mean? So props for Szpilka for doing that, and props to Konowski for picking up the victory. But Bryant Jennings, yeah, man, he's been out since December of 2015, man, when he lost to Ortiz. That was his second loss in a row. He lost to Klitschko and Ortiz that same year. One thing about Jennings, though, man, he's been staying in excellent shape. I know he's been in Povetkin training camps. He's sparred Chisora. I've seen him down there with David Hay and Freza Kendo and Antonio Tarver. So he's been in a lot of training camps, getting a lot of sparring in. Don't be fooled by his absence. But it's still not an actual fight. You know what I mean? So if this Daniel Martz situation is true, Daniel Martz is a guy, some of you Joseph Parker fans that know from that fight. Parker knocked him out in the first round. Daniel Martz, tall guy, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Wants to keep you on the outside. When he gets close to you, wants to just wrap you up and grab you. Carries a low left hand. He's susceptible to getting hit over that low left hand with a right hand if you're an orthodox fighter. But anything over his left hand, I think you could rough him up on the inside, being that I don't really see him wanting to rumble on the inside. He does have a victory over Alexis Santos, another prospect that I've covered. Santos actually hurt his ankle in that fight, and they couldn't recover. So Martz got the victory. Then they had a return bout, and Santos handled Martz in that second fight. He beat him. He stopped him. But since that Martz fight, he picked up a victory over, since Martz, that second fight with Santos, Martz picked up one victory over a guy. I looked it up earlier. The guy had like 7 or 8 losses in a row. I think all of them were by stoppage. So he picked up a victory over a journeyman. I expect if this fight takes place, I expect Jennings to take care of Martz pretty easily. Although he's been out for a while, I expect him to take care of business. And if this fight ends early, I expect him to get right back in the ring. I'm sure Top Rank's going to get him fights, and I expect to see him right back in the ring. Possibly, Andrew Ruiz Jr., maybe Dillian White, if Dillian White is available, or anybody else. Charles Martin's out there. He's coming back. Dominic Brazil. There's so many fighters I'm matching with, man. But Amir Mansour, so just getting inform you guys on these little heavyweight topics, man. I'm out.